What's going on, guys? You already know what it is, what we doing today. Welcome back to the channel. We got a good video today. Top 10 most iconic characters. We see the title. I'm jumping in. I'm ready. Can't say that on YouTube. Okay, so today we're talking about the top 10 most iconic characters. Now, I did a similar video recently, top 10 most important, which is similar, right? We got important and we got iconic. So that video is you can't have Dynasty Warriors without those characters. This is kind of the same. You can't really have Dynasty Warriors without these characters, but they're more... When you think of Dynasty Warriors, you think of these characters. These characters have the move, the looks, the whatever they got. They're so iconic to us players. So that being said, of course, this is an opinion-based list. So if you guys see somebody who's not supposed to be on here, or you don't see somebody who's supposed to be on here, you guys will let me know down below. With that being said, we're going to talk about 2 honorable mentions, and then we're going to jump into the top 10. Starting off with honorable mention number uno. Very iconic character. I mean, when I first played the Dynasty Warriors game, he was the first character I noticed because he looked different. So the first honorable mention I want to talk about is Shahou Dun.
Do you wish to test the edge of my blade?
He was the only guy in the roster with an eye patch on. I was like, what the heck? He looks different. He intrigued me. Right? Everybody else had 2 eyes, right? But Shahou Dun had this eye patch on him. So I'm like, is he a pirate? What happened? I never knew why he had it until later on and learning about it. Playing the later games where they actually show him getting shot in the eye. Dynasty Warriors 3, they don't show it. And then I skipped over 4. So it was a while before I figured out, oh, that's what happened. But Shahou Dun, definitely one of the most iconic characters. I mean, he just represents a lot for the game. People are going to recognize him. Definitely one of the most iconic. He's also extremely popular as well. That's why he's going to be here as an honorable mention. But there's some other characters that I think are just a little bit more iconic than him. Then moving on to my next honorable mention, we got one of the OG female characters from the list. And that's going to be Sun Shang.
Who says a woman has to be weak?
Sun Shang is 100% one of the most iconic characters from the game. She's an OG. How can she not be iconic? She represents a lot for the Dynasty Warrior series, the fandom. You know, she's just that tomboy, warrior princess, that archetype that's really well liked. She's an OG. That's why she's here. She's an OG. She's respected. I respect her. She's great. And that's pretty much it. Sun Shang. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the top 10 most iconic characters in the game. This is my opinion. These are characters that you see them, you recognize them. If they're in different mediums, you still recognize them, right? You're like, oh yeah, that's them, right? Because that's how iconic they are. Let's go talk about number 10. All right, starting off at number 10. Could be a controversial pick. I'm not too sure. Maybe there's another character who's a little bit more iconic, but I don't think so. Nobody's doing what this guy did in history. Nobody. Not in history, the novel, the game. Nobody did it. He's the number 1. One of the best feats ever in this game, series, novel, all that. Coming in number 10, we got the Frenchman himself, Zhang Liao.
I am the strongest warrior in the land, and I refuse to retreat no matter what!
Zhang Liao is among the most iconic characters from the game. How can you make an entire nation shudder from your attack? To the point where you get sick, and they know you're sick, but you're still alive. So they don't attack you because you're him. He's him! Zhang Liao is him. He's an iconic character, absolutely one of the most iconic characters from the game. I mean, he came in second for the popularity ranking, so he's up there. People recognize Zhang Liao, his brilliance, his excellence, his traits that he has in the games. He's a great character. You can't knock him. He's an iconic, 100% iconic character. Maybe the twin axes bring him down a little bit. They should go back to like the little ones from Dynasty Warriors 6. Those are much better. But regardless of that, he's an iconic character. He's here at number 10. Yeah, he's awesome. Moving on. All right, next up coming in at number 9. Zhang Liao might not like me for this. I get it. It's going to happen. But this guy is a little bit more iconic. Again, back to Dynasty Warriors 3. For me personally, when I saw this character, he was different. He had something different than every other character on the list. Tattoos. I was like, who is this guy? Coming in at number 9. Easy pick. We got Gan Ning.
Are you serious? You don't stand a chance.
Gan Ning, one of the most different looking characters in the game. He's just got that rough looking look to him. He's got the dragon tattoos where the legs go around his arms and then the heads come up on his chest. That's sick. I've never seen that before. His moveset in the old games are really fun. He's got that brawling kind of style along with his crazy Muso attack that, you know, just ran through people with the lawnmower, right? Just ran through people. And he was an iconic character to go against. He had that brashness, that edginess to him that people just really liked. He's an iconic character. He might not be the most important, but he is iconic. The things that he was given in the older games was beautiful. He looked great. His hair was great. He's a little bit more iconic, in my opinion, than Zhang Liao, just because of that difference and the way he looked and everything like that. He definitely stands out a little bit more versus some of the other characters. But Gan Ning for me is at number 9. Let me know what you guys think about that down below. Let's go ahead and talk about number 8. Coming in at number 8. So the reason that this character is iconic, not just because of the awesome things that he's done, the way he's represented, his personality, all of that, but he also has one of the most iconic laughs. Coming in at number 8, we have...
You believe you can beat me? Ignorance is bliss.
So Sima Yi coming in at number 8. He's got the most iconic laugh in the game. My dude kills it. Sima Yi coming in at number 8. One of the best characters, one of the most iconic characters from the game. He's well liked by most people. I think he was top 5, top 3, top 5, something like that for most popular characters. So it makes sense. He's definitely one of the most iconic characters from the game. From just a story aspect, he's done some crazy things. Dynasty Warriors 5 and Dynasty Warriors 6, he had that like underlying hint of evilness, right? Scheming in the corner, the darkness, right? Just having that glare, that side eye to Cao Pi, all that stuff, right? And then Dynasty Warriors 6, they build upon it. They bring it to fruition. We see Sima Yi go all the way and completely rebel against Cao Cao. This dude is iconic. And then Dynasty Warriors 7, 8, 9, I like how they went more of the humble route. He kind of accepts them and then tries to continue their legacy up until the point where some dumb idiots are taking over. Or no, I'm sorry, not idiots. Imbeciles. So coming in at number 8, it's just a no-brainer. You got the purple lightning laser stuff that he had. His look is iconic. The black fan. Come on, this dude is absolutely iconic in every sense of the word, and that's why he's here at number 8. Next up, coming in at number 7, extremely iconic character. He's not probably the first character you think about for Dynasty Warriors, but you can't have a Dynasty Warriors game without him. He represents a lot for the game, and coming in at number 7, great choice, at least personally for me, we have the Pillar of Benevolence, and that's going to be...
Your rampage ends here. You will fall before the Dragon of Shu.
So of course Liu Bei has to be on this list. I mean, you think of Dynasty Warriors, he'll get there. He's not like your first like 5 or anything, but he's there eventually. Like, you're gonna think about Liu Bei. You're gonna think about the way he looks like. He had the length lady wig in Dynasty Warriors 3. I mean, it's great. He's a great character, very iconic. And then you have the whole benevolence thing. You know, the twin swords were great when he had them. His weapon style in the old games was okay. I like his Musa, I like the 3 slashes at the end. Those are always really cool. His look was always really ingrained in my brain. They got rid of his facial hair. That's how iconic he was. The facial hair was so iconic when they took it away. Everybody was up in arms, right? So Liu Bei, he's the founder of the Shu Kingdom, all that stuff. He represents a lot for the game. He should definitely be here somewhere on the list. And for me personally, that's here at number 7. All right, next up, coming in at number 6, we have another OG character making the list. Like, this character had to be on the list. We cannot have this list without the character. I mean, this character is extremely iconic. They represent so much in the game. They are the pillar of beauty. And without this character, there's not a lot of things that are going to happen in the story. So coming in at number 6, we have the OG female character herself.
I shall honor my father's will.
So if I included Sun Shang in the honorable mention, there's no way I can't include Diao Chan in the top 10. Come on, it's Diao Chan. She is Miss Dynasty Warriors. It's like, there is no Dynasty Warriors without Diao Chan. She's iconic. You know, the maces that she had. And then moving on to the whip, it kind of fit her a little bit. She's had great designs throughout the years, and just... she represents so much. There's such a great attachment to her for the fans and what she represents in the games, and she's Diao Chan. You can't have Dynasty Warriors without Diao Chan. She is among the most iconic characters, 100%. Even in other mediums, you know, you'll recognize her in the little mobile games, or Wo Long, or whatever it may be. You recognize Diao Chan, right? Diao Chan is among the most iconic, just shy of the top 5 in my opinion, but she's still among the most iconic. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the top 5 most iconic characters. Alright, coming in at number 5. I mean, it doesn't get more iconic than this guy. And I can say for sure, I can say extremely confidently that this character in every medium looks the same. Why? Because he's that iconic. Every other character on the list, I think, changes. This is the one character who looks pretty much the same in any game that he's in. Any game. Any different game that he's in, 3 Kingdoms related, he looks relatively the same. And I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Coming in number 5, we've got the Sleeping Dragon himself.
Your vaunted strength is worthless against me.
Zhuge Liang is among the most iconic Dynasty Warriors characters. I'm not sure where the origin of his look comes from. Maybe it's a historical thing. Maybe it's a game before Dynasty Warriors. I don't know. So I can't say Dynasty Warriors is the reason that Zhuge Liang looks like the way he does. I mean, he was released in the original Dynasty Warriors game. He had, you know, the chunky pixelated version of what he's supposed to look like. But the white pattern, the white fan, the white hat, all that stuff, he just looks the same in every medium. Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Wo Long, the little mobile games, Dynasty Warriors Overlords, and there was this other one I played a long time ago. He looked the same. Like, this dude doesn't change. He is so iconic in his look. They don't change the way he looks ever. And he's got the green lasers in the game. He's got his white fan. That never changed for him either. I mean, this dude is... You can't really touch the image of Zhuge Liang because that is how iconic his image is and what he represents to the Three Kingdoms and the Dynasty Warriors game. Zhuge Liang, coming in at number 5, is an absolute no-brainer. It's a tough to put him somewhere because of the other 4 that are above him. But if the other 4 are above him, it's not by much. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about number 4. Next up, coming in at number 4, we got definitely one of the most iconic characters from the game. Again, in different mediums, he looks kind of the same. He is 100% one of the most iconic characters from this game. He is probably one of the first characters you think about when you think of Dynasty Warriors. Almost synonymous to Dynasty Warriors. Like, without him, there's not a lot of things that's going to happen. A lot of people can connect to the character. He's a really good character. I can connect to him as well. With that being said, I mean, he's got one of the coolest nicknames from this game. Coming in at number 4, we've got the hero of chaos himself.
I am the only one worthy enough to walk the realm of ambition.
Of course, Cao Cao had to be on this list. It's Cao Cao. It's the milkman himself. You can't have a Dynasty Warriors game without this dude. This dude represents so much vision, talent, ambition. Cao Cao is the man. He's awesome. And like, you just can't have a Dynasty. He's so iconic. The way he looks, the way he moves, his sword of heaven, right? He's another character that they don't change his weapon. He's had the same weapon since he was in the games. Because you can't change Cao Cao. He is just amazing. Like in Dynasty Warriors Origins, he looks a little younger, but he's still holding a sword out. That's probably the sword of heaven. He's amazing. You cannot tell me that he's not one of the most iconic characters from this game. You think of Dynasty Warriors, Cao Cao is going to be somewhere in your brain at some point. Let's go ahead and move on to the top 3. So coming in at number 3, these characters are extremely iconic. That's why they're here at the top 3. You think of Dynasty Warriors, these characters are synonymous with Dynasty Warriors. You think of them, you think of Dynasty Warriors, right? They're in different mediums as well. Like this character at number 3, he's in a lot of different mediums. And I think the impact on the culture is also going to help skyrocket this character as one of the most iconic characters. Coming in at number 3, we got the man with the most luscious beard in the game.
I will always follow the path of honor.
So, of course, coming in at number 3, we've got Guan Yu. His cultural impact within, the Chinese culture and the Dynasty Warriors and Romance of the Three Kingdoms is unmatched. It's Guan Yu, the god of war, the saint of war, whatever you want to call him. The pinnacle of benevolence, of good luck, whatever it is for the culture with Guan Yu, he is among the most iconic characters. His weapon is among the most iconic. He's got the blue moon dragon. Come on, that thing is huge. You got a dragon head on top of it with the blade coming out, and then you got the dragon tail going down the blade, the handle. Guan Yu is such a staple and such an iconic character in the Dynasty Warriors series. It's a no-brainer to put him at the top 3, right? After he dies at Fawn Castle, Three Kingdoms goes to shit. Who dies after that? Cao Cao dies. Xiahou Dun dies. Liu Bei dies. Zhang Fei dies. There's so many characters that die after him. So many like important characters die when Guan Yu dies. And it's crazy. Guan Yu, 100% top 3 most iconic characters in the game. And that's why he's here for me at number 3. Next up, coming in at number 2, yeah, he is Mr. Dynasty Warriors. He has to be here on the list. We already knew he was coming. It's just a matter of which number he was going to be. Coming in at number 2, we've got probably the most famous dragon in the games, and that's going to be...
Another has fallen to my spear!
Of course, Mr. Poster Boy had to be here on the list. It's just a matter of which number that he should have been in. Number 2 is probably the best position for him. Why? Because of the way he is presented in the games and on the covers for the games. The openings, whatever it may be, the heroic, perfect general that he is. He has to be here at number 2. Undefeated, never scratched, never lost a duel. Zhao Yun is an absolutely iconic character. He's got some of the most Best voice lines in the game. His designs have always been really good. His weapon style has been really fun. He's a comfort character for most people, I would assume. That's why he's among the most popular as well. And him coming in at number 2 as one of the most iconic characters is an absolute no-brainer. He is, again, Mr. Dynasty Warriors in my opinion, and that's why he's here at numero 2. Now, coming in at number 1, shouldn't be too surprising. Sometimes when I make these lists and, you know, this guy comes in at number 1, it's kind of like anticlimactic when I get here because I'm like, yeah, he's here at number 1 again. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna stop that? But I can't put him any lower than number 1. Coming in at number 1, you guys already know who it is.
Can anybody provide me with a decent challenge?
And that's gonna be it for the video, guys. What else do you want me to say? You want me to sit here and explain to you why Lu Bu is the most iconic character in the game? You really want me to do that? No, I'm not going to. Lu Bu coming in at number 1. Of course he should be here. He is the experience of Dynasty Warriors. He is the reason that people have such a fond memory of this game. Why? Because you approach this guy who you don't know. You just see his name. He might be souped up. He might have the lightning around him. He might be scary looking. He might have a big introduction. But your first encounter with him is, I don't know who this guy is, but I can take him down. And then you die in 2 shots, and that memory will be forever ingrained into your brain. That's why he's here at number 1, because of that iconic feeling. He's probably the reason why most of the time you have to restart your playthrough. He is the one that you probably died to the most, because Lu Bu is, he's him. Lu Bu's him. You're not gonna, I mean, without Lu Bu, there is no, oh snap, what's he gonna do next, right? Other characters definitely have that factor, but Lu Bu, when you any new Dynasty Warriors game you pick up and you're loading up, you see Hulao Gate on the screen, you already know what's coming. You already know what's coming. And that's the impact that Lu Bu has on the Dynasty Warriors series. That's all I have for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I mean, you ain't beating Lu Bu when it comes to lists like this. But again, let me know what you guys think about my list down below. Was there anybody that I missed, or maybe someone's too high? Who do you guys think are the most iconic characters when you think of Dynasty Warriors? Who do you think of? Who do you think the fan base or the plot or the majority of people think of when they think of Dynasty Warriors? That's all I have for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Appreciate you all.